Hi everyone, here we are, Unit 1, Lesson 5. I'm on page 13 of my math book. So today we're reviewing how to change mixed numbers to fractions and then fractions back to mixed numbers. Something I want you to keep in mind when we're talking about fractions in this part of the lesson, we're going to be talking about improper fractions. And to review, an improper fraction is a fraction where the number on the top, the numerator, is greater than the denominator. Okay, let's look at what a mixed number is. A mixed number is a number with a whole number part and a fraction part. For example, 2 and 1/2 is a mixed number. It means 2 and 1/2 or 2 plus 1/2. Mixed numbers can be rewritten as fractions, as improper fractions. Okay, so again, this is review from fourth, but it's been a while. So let's look at this mixed number. We have 3 and 2/5. We have to change it to an improper fraction. We're going to take the denominator, the bottom number, and multiply it by the whole number on the outside. 5 times 3 equals 15. Good. And then add that to the numerator. 15 plus 2 equals 17. So we will write 17 there. That is our numerator. And then the denominator stays the same. The denominator stays the same. I do like how they've shown up here kind of how it works, breaking it down. 2 and 1/2, if you wanted to make that into an improper fraction, they broke it down. 2 plus 1/2 equals 1 plus 1, that's that 2, plus 1/2 equals 2 halves plus 2 halves plus 1/2, because the 1 and the 1 would be the same as the 2 over 2 because those are magic ones. That's just kind of a way of thinking about it. And if we were working with manipulatives right now, it would also show you that you can break things up differently so that you would get 5 halves instead of 2 wholes plus 1/2. But for today's purposes, especially for 5th grade math, as you need to be able to figure these out pretty quickly, we're going to practice where we just do the multiplication. So we're going to practice basically the algorithm here. Okay, so we're taking the denominator, 8, times the whole number. So 8 times 2 equals 16. Very good. And then 16 plus the numerator, 16 plus 3 equals 19, and then the denominator stays the same. Go ahead and do the rest of these on your own, remembering to always follow those steps, and you can always rewind this video if you forget what to multiply and what to add. Okay, and then at the bottom, we're quickly switching gears. We're going to be changing the improper fractions to mixed numbers. And they've shown a nice way of doing that where they've broken down 13/4 to 4/4 plus 4/4 plus 4/4 plus 1/4, because these are ones, right? And then that goes to 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 4, which goes to 3 wholes and 1/4. Yeah, that's a really, really great visual way of looking at it. Remember that in 5th grade, we're going to be using a lot of the quick shortcuts. So we take 10/7, and we know that that's actually another way of writing 10 divided by 7. So we do 10 divided by 7 here. And we think 7 goes into 10 one time. 7 times 1 equals 7. So I'm doing my long division here, just a short version. 10 minus 7 equals 3. That number that you have at the bottom, that becomes your numerator. I haven't given myself much space here. I'm going to put it way up there. 3. And then your denominator, again, stays the same. So you can look back at that. You can also know that the number is right there. So 7. 1 and 3/7. Let's try another one. I'm going to give myself more space this time. Let's try 12/5. So setting up my division, 12 divided by 5. So always put the numerator inside the box and the denominator outside as the divisor. 12 divided by 5. 5 goes into 12 2 times. 5 times 2 equals 10. 12 minus 10 equals 2. There's my what normally would be my remainder, obviously, but because we're making it into a fraction, the 2 comes up to become the numerator, the top number, and the denominator stays the same. So 2 and 2 fifths. Go ahead and do the rest of these on your own. Let me know if you come into any problems. Okay, then on the back we have some real world problems. Jonah ran around a 1/4 mile track 15 times. Express the distance he ran as a mixed number. So 1/4 15 times. What do you think we would do for that? We're going to need to think about it like that. 15 fourths, right? Because 1/4 15 times is 15 fourths. But that doesn't answer the question here because they're asking for a mixed number. So again, using what we've just learned, you'll need to divide 15 by 4 and change that to a mixed number. Make sure you do both 13 and 14. These get a little tricky once they're in real world situations because sometimes it's not as obvious what you should do. Let me know if you need any help. And then we have Puzzled Penguin again. He's showing up a lot in this chapter. So he says, "Dear math students, I had to write 3 4/5 as a fraction as part of my homework. I think that 3 4/5 means 3 4/5. This is what I wrote. 3 4/5. 4/5, 4/5, 4/5, 3 times. What do you guys think? No, because it doesn't mean 3 times 4/5. It means 3 and 4/5, so 3 plus 4/5. My friend told me this is not correct. What did I do wrong? Can you explain how I can write 3 and 4/5 as a fraction?" So fifth graders, when you are filling this in, you need to talk about the steps that you're doing here. So basically you need to talk about how you would take 5 times 3, the denominator, times the whole number. Get that answer, add 4, and then have your fraction, remembering that the denominator is going to stay the same. Make sure you write that in good letter form. Don't want to see any sloppy little answers or any bullying of poor Puzzled Penguin. That is the end of lesson 5. Please let me know if you need any help.